everybody heard about the t-shirts. That's cool.
Do we have an ETA, like a week?
I have to like, well, she has to order the t-shirts first.
Okay.
And so I guess I'll take a few days to get in, then she has to make the design for it and stuff. So I say I don't really know how backed up she is. It's kind of
Okay.
afraid to ask,
Okay.
but I'll ask.
So we didn't go with the dragon logo. Remember we drew that dragon?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you want me to add it?
Okay.
We can add it if we need to. Some trees.
I don't think we have to. I just had the young lady whose friend drew it said, did you use it? And so I didn't know what to answer back to her.
Mm-hmm.
Just say, it was nixed by higher powers. A higher authority that is unnamed.
Sounds good.
Okay. It sounds official, doesn't it? An inside source.
The one that shall not be named.
Yeah. Deep throat. Go back to Watergate here. So we're doing that. Let's see.
Oh, the themes.
Yes, we'll get to that in just a second. Got your emails as far as, do you want to bring everybody up to date about what's going on with the...
Sure, as far as the walk, last year we had 13 students participate, when I think we raised, did we say $1 or not?
Something like that. Yeah.
This year I'd like to see us do a 20-20, 20 students, $20 raised. If nothing else, it gives us something to start from for next year. I believe that even, we do have a financial responsibility to make sure that nobody takes off for the money. We can set up an account through PayPal. There is something like on the first dollar, 35% taken out, which is still with the Better Business Bureau, their guidelines say it should be 35% or under. But that goes down, if someone contributes $2, 17%, it goes down correspondingly. I don't know how it was done last year, but I don't think we just want loose cash floating around. We're trying to avoid that.
The way we've normally done it is that if we do any kind of fundraiser or any kind of donations, etc., then what we do is give it to either Mr. Strickland or I, and then the other person sees what, so we have a double accounting.
Okay.
So that way we make sure that it's on the up and up.
Sure.
And then what we do is we submit it to Sharon Mitchell in the business office. She goes ahead and puts it in an account, and then they write a check off that account, which we present to whomever.
Oh, okay, but that's definitely...
So that way there's a
well.
paper trail, and then that way there's not, and it's done through the school so that the school can see how it's handled, and the school can make sure that the money is distributed to a purpose that they agree with, that type of thing. That's how we've usually done it. So if we wanted to do something like that, either a fundraiser or if we wanted to just ask for donation, however we wanted to do it, then what we'll do is we'll have at least two of us. We'll act as auditors, accountants, bankers, whatever the proper term we want to use. Submit the money to Sharon, get a written receipt for the money that we give her. She puts it in the account, and then when it's time for us to make the donation, then we get a check cut from the Paris campus for the same amount that we put in.
Terrific. And we are, I believe, still having that information day, awareness day, whatever we're choosing to call it. Perhaps set up like a little thing, okay, if you got any spare change or whatever, throw it in. In addition, since we are going to be going through social media, perhaps it still also be a good idea, okay, visit this link to contribute online. Because someone might be like, well, I'm not going to be at the campus, but I'd like to kick in a buck.
Okay.
Since they're already online, it might make for an easier conversion. This walk actually winds up costing Drug-Free Greenville money. So it's not really a fundraiser. They're trying to recoup their money.
The first time I've ever heard that.
Yeah, that's what the email I got from Ms. Malone had just told me. Information booth, I don't know how long of lead time we need on that as far as getting the approval.
A week or two
Okay.
would be sufficient on that.
Because what I did was I did create a Google spreadsheet in case anybody wants to link, I could shoot it off to them. It's got basically a rough timeline of what we need to do. March 10th is when we're looking at for the information day, right before spring break, I believe.
Mhm.
That means that right around March 1st, we need to get the approval for the booths. What I'd like to have before that is a social media announcement saying, hey, on March 10th or whatever day it's going to be, we are going to have a booth at the Greenville campus. And if anybody is good with designing, we can come up with a flyer for it as well. I don't know what we can do as far as putting it in the library, maybe on the little marquee board.
Yeah, we can put it on the marquee board, you know, plus if we want to, you know, like you said, paste every cork board in here, we can do that as well. So,
Because if someone wants to do the designing, that'd be great, because I'm not really artistically inclined.
Have they given you the theme yet for this year?
They have, it is Shake, Rattle, and Walk. It's a 50s thing.
Okay.
And they're going to have t-shirts with hot pink bubblegum style writing on it. So they definitely won't be able to miss us.
Are we gonna get free t-shirts?
No.
They are talking about someone bringing in breakfast, though. So that's kind of
Hey.
cool.
Yeah.
In addition to the time schedule, the timesheet, I put in a list of, we need to come up with people for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for the different parts and set up that tear down the actual walk.
Did you ask them if we could do a specific thing?
As far as directing traffic,
Traffic or whatever?
I have asked. I'm going to get in touch with them about that tomorrow.
Okay.
I guess historically we've helped set up. So those are the tasks that they're looking for us to help with.
Yeah.
Perhaps we could do both.
It's possible. It's just that, again, when the biology classes offer extra credit and you get the A&P and the biology students who are trying to get in the nursing program and you say extra credit,
Right.
they jump on it. And so we sometimes get 30 or so of their students who are supposed to show up and help with something. So if they can give us something where we, 10, 15, 20 people we would specifically do it, that would be awesome. Instead of trying to fit around, because what will usually happen is they'll say, oh, go see Sarah. She needs some help or whatever. And Sarah's go, no, I got it covered. It's cool. Okay, we'll go see, whomever. And they're going, oh, I've got it covered. I got, 15 volunteers already. And then we go, okay.
So we're kind of free range.
We're free range. And the problem with free range sometimes is you end up as free rangers where you're not doing anything.
Right.
And
Just standing around looking pretty.
exactly. And that's a tough job for me. The standing around part I can handle. The other part, a little iffy. So
I look pretty for the rest of us.
if they can give us something, if we can carve out a specific niche,
A face that'll stop traffic.
yeah, either that or they give us a specific tent or area to set up. Say you're responsible for this, and we say great, because we'll have the personnel to handle it, and that would be, so that way I can tell Ms. Anderson or whomever, yeah, we need volunteers. They are going to do this, so tell them to show up, and we got something for them to do.
Okay. I'll definitely try and sell that angle tomorrow. I thought that's what the setup part on Friday was. That was our domain.
That'll work.
Um,
If again, they will say specifically, we want you to handle this part of the setup, that would be great.
Okay.
It's not bad. I just hate to call you in on a Friday night and say, I want you for an hour and a half, and you cancel all your other plans, and you show up for an hour and a half, and there's nothing for you to do.
Okay.
You might be okay with that, but I feel bad because we're the ones who said for you to show up and do this, and then you're looking at me going, you told me to come, and you didn't have anything to do. It'd be like when we did the trick or treat on the square, and then say, okay, show up and just look cool. It was good to have something for you to do, because then that way you felt like you were contributing. And that's what we want for you guys to feel like you're contributing. I want you guys to feel like you're contributing. If you're okay with slacking off and stuff, that's cool too. But I figure if you're gonna volunteer, you might as well get something for your volunteerness. Volunteerness?
Absolutely.
Sure, that's a word.
Okay, thank you.
We should be getting promotional material for it also.
Cool.
I'm gonna mention that to her tomorrow. I'm trying to do this all on a cell phone. Can't wait until I get my tablet. Advertising through the BAP, PJC's social media. I don't know where else we could put flyers. The only thing I've come up with is maybe in the lobby.
We can put them out on the tables.
We can put them on the tables and we can put it on the whiteboards,
Okay.
but we can't put it on the walls.
We can't put it on the wall, sure.
No.
Congregating area is pretty limited.
It's
just like a
Library.
Oh, it's beyond that. We can't put it on the doors either.
Coordinating it, I can attend these meetings. I don't know how you want to do it. If someone wants to, volunteer, say for the flyers, I could always be reached by email if I'm not in the meeting in case anybody has any questions.
When you get the flyers and it has the logo and stuff on it, bring it here.
Okay.
And then we'll see if we can get somebody else to help with that. And then on social media, Jay, do you mind sending something to Margaret, or do you want me to send something to Margaret?
I can send something.
Okay, as far as social media, when you get the flyers and things, give them to Jay,
Good.
and he will send it to our social media coordinator on the campus. Just don't want to, now if it's your own social media site, do whatever you want. But if it's going to be with Phi Theta Kappa associated with PJC, it has to go through our Twitter, our Flickr, our Orca,
Minister of Propaganda.
our Rudolph, our Dancer, our Prancer, our Vixen, all those social media sites has to be through our media coordinator.
Okay.
If we wanted to do a, put up flyers and stuff, I wonder if they would let us, because each one of these rooms has the little clips along the boards.
We probably could.
I was wondering if we could stick one up there in like each room.
Yeah.
If we get something different to get people to notice it.
That would definitely be a great idea.
Because I know in room 216 over there, the other room, this is 224, right?
222.
122.
Or 122, yeah.
122. 121 over on the other side. In that corner, there is a poster for Phi Theta Kappa that was put up 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's still up.
I think that's the only decoration that's in any of
Yes.
the rooms here.
And I'm amazed it's still up. So we can do that type of thing. So just bring us even a mock-up type of thing or something with like dates on it of when the event takes place, the logo that they're using, and then we can go through the appropriate channels and start. That way, make sure it gets into the BAT. That way, it gets onto our Facebook page and all the other PJC stuff. So if you can be the conduit to get us that, then we'll get it to the appropriate people and start. And the person who took your picture, Paul Bailey, we can probably let him know as well, and he can help us with the media.
Oh, yeah.
So
Great.
the cameraman.
Okay, so I could bring those in to you on, you're not going to be here on Friday though, right?
This Friday, I should be here. Got an eye appointment in the morning, so I should be here a little bit in the afternoon.
Okay.
So,
Or if you want to come in on Friday morning, you know where our faculty offices are upstairs.
Upstairs?
Find the one that says Larkin on it.
Oh, okay.
Plop it in there, and then you can get out. That'd probably be the easiest.
You
thing.
just
I'll-
need one, like a demo type?
Yep, something with the logo that says shake, rattle, and walk, and the date on it, and then we can go ahead and start. And then we'll write up something that says that PTK in Greenville is getting involved in this, and we're looking for people to help volunteer, donations, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, and the final question, so I'm not monopolizing any of your time, is what do we have as far as resources in our printing fund?
not a whole lot. I mean, we have some money that we can use, but I don't know. Most of it in our accounts goes towards the, going to the conventions and orientations and that sort of thing.
In that case, what we might wind up doing, is taking the who, what, where, and when, instead of putting it on like one flyer per person,
Mhm.
just have like 5 or 6 of them cut. So
Perfect.
at the info day, people could just walk away and say, okay, put this on the calendar.
Perfect, we can do that. So we can print, probably up to 100 or so.
Sure.
Can't do color printing, so we won't get to pink.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
know.
got pink outlet somewhere.
Yeah, but we can, as long as it's something that in black and white will show up well, we can do that. So it's basic, but we can take care of the copying.
Terrific. And did we want a PowerPoint presentation for the info day? Do we just want to stand there and answer questions?
I think just standing there answering questions is probably going to be good enough.
That what we were
Because
talking about.
if we show the PowerPoint, it's going to show on that back screen, and no one sees that back screen except when they're coming out of the smoking area or getting a beverage out of the vending machines.
Instead of doing it color printing, just do color paper like bright pink.
Yeah, we can do that. We can purchase some
Yeah,
paper. Probably.
I don't have pink. I do have yellow and green.
Hey, representative.
So yeah, so we do have some color paper. So we can, I guess we could get some pink.
Yeah.
Did you say cake?
I'm sorry.
Did you say cake?
Pink.
Did you say cake? Well, I was excited.
So
Sorry.
okay, cool. Then we'll work on to bring us the info, and we'll work on it again next week. Did you get the email from Diane about the Nerd Nation convention?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess Dr. Anglin is taking the group to San Antonio.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't get that part.
Okay. I think Dr. Anglin is going to be the main person taking the Phi Theta Kappans down to San Antonio. If you're interested in going, let Jay or I know. The only restriction that they're putting on it is that you have to be an active member of Phi Theta Kappa to attend. So if it's April 15th to the 19th, so we're talking Wednesday through Sunday. So it's a pretty long block of time commitment. And you would be there, they're saying they're leaving early on the 15th, which means they would probably come streaming through here in Greenville sometime around 7:30 in the morning. So they're talking about really leaving early that day. It's costing $850. Phi Theta Kappa is picking up that tab, which is why they want only active people to go to the conference. So if you're interested, let us know, and I guess we can do a little vetting and then provide the names to Diane for that. So if somebody, like, what's his name, Nathan, I think, says, I want to go, and we're like, who are you? Then that's not going to be good. So if you participate in Phi Theta Kappa events and come to our meetings on a fairly regular basis, and you want to put your name in for it, let us know, and then we can, in good conscience, submit it up the chain and say, yes, these people are members, they are active in our chapter, and we'll go. Yes, ma'am.
I got an email saying that we had to pay the $850 for it. Because Paula, she sent me an email. She said, hey, are you planning on going? I said, oh, yeah. And then she said, okay. Well, she sent out a mass email saying that each member is going to be required to pay that $850.
No.
I was like, oh, no.
No.
I was like, don't do it.
She's wrong.
But, I mean, if the PTK is paying for it, then I want to do it. But
Okay.
go to the San Antonio.
Oh.
You know.
Oh, I did see the 850 thing, and I was like,
Yeah.
wow, that's a lot to put up.
So, I don't know where she got that from.
Well, I know the 850 figure's right, but the chapter is going,
okay.
the school is going to be covering that.
Okay.
Now, you probably will still be responsible for a few of your meals.
Oh yeah, I figured that,
Yeah.
but I thought it was crazy because the whole time you're like, oh yeah, well PTK is going to pay $850, that's why they're only going to take like 6 people.
I mean, if it were something where you're paying your own way, we wouldn't care if we knew you or not, and whether you've been inactive in it or not, because you're paying your way to go. So it doesn't make sense.
Maybe, I didn't know when.
April 5th.
So, and 15 to the
How do I
19th.
say I want to go? Do I need to tell you?
Yeah,
We just come to the
Okay.
library or something.
Wait,
after
April
this?
5th to the 9th?
15th to the
15th to the
19th.
19th?
It's a Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay.
So you would be missing classes all day Wednesday, missing classes all day Thursday. So just if those classes are big and
But
you
they get
can't
exempt,
miss.
right?
I'm sorry?
Would they get exempt?
It's an exempt miss,
Okay.
but again,
But,
if you're in one of those classes where even if it's an exempt and you know that if you miss a class, so like A and P, you miss one of those classes and you're going, what the heck happened? I am so freaking far behind. Don't volunteer, but it's something that you would be committed and you would be doing Phi Theta Kappa things. You'll have time to walk on the Riverwalk, to take the boats. You'll have
how
some
many tests?
free time.
So I should do that. I could do.
Okay.
No, we
So
don't have.
Sarah
we don't have any
and-
tests or anything.
I'll have
so-
to double check with, because I have a night class on Wednesday, so I'll just
Okay.
double check with that, but I definitely want to go.
Then, if you're interested, send me a formal email, please, and just say, anybody, send me a formal email, say you're interested. We'll say no later than Friday. So today is the 11th, so no later than the 13th of this month.
And what is this called again?
It's called, the official title is NERD, N-E-R-D, Nation.
Very new.
It is this year, it's a combined meeting of the Texas Regional Phi Theta Kappa. So all the Texas chapters will be meeting the 15th through the 18th. Or no, through the 17th. 15th through the 17th. Half of the day. And then immediately starting on the 17th, the other half of the day, will be the International Phi Theta Kappa Convention. So you'll be doing Texas for the first 2.5 days. Then for the second 2.5 days, you'll be doing International Phi Theta Kappa. It's something that a lot of this for both the Texas and the International, this is the final meeting convention for the year. We have one meeting in the fall, well, one meeting in the summer, one meeting in the fall, and then this meeting in the spring. The spring meeting, the themes that we kind of talked about, this is where everyone has turned in their projects and turned in their things. This is where they award chapters of the year, officers of the year, members of the year, advisors of the year,
Thank you.
advisors who are members that are officers of the year, the hallmarks, which are the projects, those awards, the best 50 best projects in the country, all those. So a lot of this meeting will be award presentations. So just to let you know, a lot of it will be sitting, listening to people go, and the award for the best honors in action theme is beta, beta, beta from so-and-so. The best award for advisor of the year goes to Zeta, 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 such and such a school. Omega Alpha Omicron, Tyler Junior College. So a lot of it will be sitting, listening to those awards. Now, the other thing at the Texas convention is that we have Texas officers. So there's officers in every chapter. Then there's officers in every region or every district, and Texas has 4 districts. At the Texas convention, they will be picking an officer from each one of the districts for the state of Texas who will run as that officer next year, starting in the summer. Actually, this year starting in summer, running through summer of next year. At the international, they will do the same thing, only they will pick international officers who will be running the entire Phi Theta Kappa organization from this convention, the end of this convention, to the end of the next convention next year. So a lot of it will be that type of thing. But they will bring in guest speakers at both of them. It's a chance to meet other top students at other schools across the state, across the nation, around the world. So you will meet them usually at the Texas, and I know for a fact at the international, universities, colleges will be there. So they will have college fair days. So it's a chance that if you're not sure what college you're going to, or if you're open to going practically anywhere, these colleges, some that you've never heard of and some of them you never thought of, as a Phi Theta Kappa member, you talk to them, they'll give you brochures, etc. That's where you can make a deal. So, Sarah, I think are you looking at nursing in that area?
Yeah.
Usually the Mississippi College of Nursing, or something to that effect, they do a presentation, and they will offer to all Phi Theta Kappa students that they will waive the out-of-state tuition for any Phi Theta Kappa that wants to go to their school into their nursing program. So you would be paying in-state tuition. And they also will offer some scholarships to help you pay the in-state tuition. But they offer, every year, they offer a waiver of out-of-state tuition. That's the kind of things that will happen at these conventions. And it's a chance for you to meet your equals, your peers, again, from almost any school that you can think of, any junior college you can think of. So it's a cool event. It's one of those that the only complaint that I've had from students is that you're sitting there and you're listening to all these awards and we're not winning any of them. And you're sitting there for a 2-hour meeting through all the awards and you're like, why the heck do we have to be here? The sun is shining. Our hotel has a pool. The Riverwalk is calling me. And we're sitting inside this auditorium clapping for students that we have no clue who they are and schools that we didn't know were there. What's wrong with you? And our response is, who paid your $850 to get here? Shut up, sit down, clap.
Smile.
Exactly. So, just to give you an idea, that's kind of what it is. If you go to ptk.org and click on Nerd Nation, you can get more. They will tell you who some of the speakers are going to be. I know in the past they brought in Christine Amanpour, who's one of the major anchor persons for CNN. They bring in some very, very noted, nationally renowned speakers, especially at the international convention. So it's a chance for you and to get to meet some of the movers and shakers in various fields. So it is a cool opportunity. It's one that I wish we could, and since it's San Antonio, it's the closest that it's going to be to us ever. So it's an opportunity. Now, it's also an opportunity that when you go to your 4-year school, you are an alum of Phi Theta Kappa. You can join an alum chapter at your 4-year college, and you can attend these conventions as an alum for whatever 4-year college you're going to. Now, the only thing with that is you're probably paying on your own nickel. But, so this is not your one and only that you have to come. So if you're interested in going, send me an email, dlarkin@parisjc.edu, saying I am going to commit to going from the 15th to the 19th of April. I promise I will behave, yada, yada. And so please submit my name. So if you're interested in doing that by this Friday, I guess I'll say by noon this Friday, send me an email. And then I will go ahead and send to Diane, or I'll double check with you. And then I'll send Diane an email saying the following students from Greenville, we certify that we know them, we certify they're active in Phi Theta Kappa, we're okay with you sending them. Is that a deal? Okay, get out of here.